Almost an expectation of it from EDG with a paranoia crossing its way up. And the noise cut. EDG, advantages to be found and had here, especially when the shots don't land and find that mark with Kang. He's doing entirely all that here. Aftershock into the corner, it's beautiful! Intelligent life coming from me. Nade up and over, this is PaperX opting into the fight. The skirmish once more, but with Jing toppling, falling, something, not able to evacuate. That was an updraft dash to survive, and Mindfreak is hard, committed! Can't reset the aim. Only the one player found from that one. Divide going re-exploring. Util out into the few hands of these players, but already he's got to be aware of it. And yet sees the barrel. So now he knows his timing taken against it, but a Prowler waiting it. No way, peek. Not together. Still, it's there. They're being read by EDG. They're already into the fight. Sometimes, yeah, I mean, Divide spam down. What is that? Just into the corner, tucked. Maybe seeking to play spoiler. Nobody pushed back. Off and away from the plan. Once more, another tap. He's seeing if there's any more util. Well, that came from PaperX. Shut out entirely from this B site. The composition itself is just not situated for these retakes. The amount of util that they have is essentially gone. As soon as Divide falls and gets taken out of the fight here, the Haunt dealt with something with the dash as well, but there's no value to be had. Nobody's giving him that fight. Time has been bought though. Following the sound cues, PaperX are in position to potentially take this fight forwards with the Boombot. Tagging it up into the corner. They're going to be aware that there's a player holding onto the corner into this angle with the Seekers and another flash to play themselves in. This time, the gunplay, it does come up for the goods, and they are winning the day, paving the way to a successful round. But Kang's got something to say about it. Up and over the box, cannot stop Jing.
Are going to be loving this.
Yeah, mass pings all about here. Showstopper, no worries or concerns because of the Rolling Thunder still. Adjustment, Showstopper, the kills, and the bullets at least lay claim to the life of Chi-Chu, and now the Rolling Thunder to get EDG back in there. A bullet to the back of the head of Divide, could not evacuate in time.
Something trying to get aggressive on the flank.
And he's going to be finding it, Smoky. Standing his ground. Looking to plug in the gaps potentially there, in case the flanks were online. Brought to that 3 versus 3. EDG now with that tempo increase. I'm going to speed this one up into the ace. And Jing, there's no way you're taking this, man. You have no teammates to back you up. You want to take the fight straight up. You could have waited. Still, Forsaken has been played in and does get that trade in play. Anticipation is there, but a shoulder peeking out is all something needs to claim and collect the kill. And with the dash now active once more, putting a squeeze down. Nobody surviving for a rainy day, but a wrap around. Up and away, Heaven player expected, missing the timing is Forsaken. Line of sight angle, but now does the dash. The Prowler spotted! His head just poking clean out. It's taken off of his shoulders. Kang straight up in there, Jing wants to try and even this one out with the bullets flying forwards again. He has not been cleaned up, but he's trying to play his team back in, and Forsaken, he's dropped as a result of it. It's crumbled again here for PaperX. Just trying to play fast and loose into the site. Flood anchoring the defense. Broken and crumbled. Divide with a Trailblazer, spotting these players out with the paranoia. It's good to play themselves in, but Jing is caught, blinded up by it, and as the smokes fade away, there's no chance, no hope. It's Chi-Chu with 3.
Kind of bait and switch.
PaperX going for the old tried and tested here, just trying to follow these sound cues. Chi-Chu denied that chance of any sort of information, but Kang's going to be dropped here. The stun was good! And already racking up the kills. His team happy to play off the back of it. An open sight once more. Rifle in the hands of Mindfreak. Forsaken is very much isolated though, in through the sight as well. Shoulder spotted, nobody gets that information. Calls for the rest of his team here. Weapons are going to be picked up, but again in inevitability, EDG. Fault line. Just daring him to fight. Follow up past it, the camera's finally broken. And dealt with Divide, that's a peek off of his own flash. And he's just never going to be favored there. Too many positions to play the ante from. EDG once more, roll out the red carpet at this point. It's easy access to these sites, and the retakes just have not been there, but PaperX will make a good go of things once more. This time out through the back, Satchel's in play, attack from Simon. There's that uncertainty, up and through. Not dead yet, Smoggy back into the fight and the fray, but the kills, collected bodies, toppled, falling, Smoggy. Needs to be given something here to play his teammate in, but nobody's now going to be that last one left. Into a 1v2 with 12 seconds. Whistle down to almost 0. And 2 bullets left in the chamber. There's no more options. Has to stick it for any chance, and Forsaken knows it. Broken down. Something might want to make a go of things here to hear the ult popped off as well. Gang! That's a return of the fire. Something dropped. Now a B-side could be that potential option, and a paranoia already wasted out. PaperX no longer having that tool to play with smokes up in their face. Aftershock as well. Ryan Freak does peek up the flash and plays himself in, but EDG still holding strong. Not willing to be displaced from this position. PaperX might have that surrounded, but again, they are fully aware, EDG, knowing all the tricks up the sleeves of the PaperX players, a seize of the connection, all the acknowledgement you need. An open sight for the taking on to C. And an impossible situation for Jing to play. Yeah.
All over the place, on C, on A.
And this could tear PaperX apart already to peaks if they're not timed correctly, which they're not. EDG ready for it, nobody still alive towards the back of the site, and no anticipation that it could have peeked himself over it. 3 in a round, denied the 4, but Chichu is fully there. Guns in their hands. Now is the time to make the most of it. That, a bit over aggressive. EDG making a go of things here. They're still hard committing into the fight. They make the call as well to try and at least collect themselves together, but the weaponry not favored on these long sight lines at least. PaperX essentially just swat away these EDG players.
This was a strat that Foot very much struggled with. They found the right reaction by pushing into C, but then couldn't play the post plants properly. This time, PaperX hold on. And like you say, use that advantage of having the better long-range weapon.
At least concede that space, give it up, and hold the C's. Now into his hands, lets it loose. What a connection! Just absolutely running over these players. PaperX steamrolled in the process. Jing, he'll have to do it all. But Aftershock in his back satchel away, and the aim reset just not there in time. EDG biding their time, waiting to strike. The counter spam is there, updraft up and around as well. Swinging through, Paranoia is there, showstopper, needs that value. Jing, he's not alive, doesn't expect it. Up on the high ground, Chichu is trying to shut them down. Nobody's by his side, but the rifles, maybe. There's a lifeline. Into the hands of PaperX and still with a minute to play with.
Nobody's pushing out through B. Smoggy still with his ultimate. An eerie calm drops towards rubble. An area that's known so much bloodshed, and almost all of it going the way of EDG in this map. PaperX have carved out a small opening. Do they think of the flank?
The flank timing, nobody could shut this down, Dubai! The awareness is there.
Surely too difficult of a situation for Smoggy, even with how well he's been playing.
There's no time.
There's 15 seconds.
This time pressure could just spell defeat. And for Smoggy to be the hero his team needs in this spot, Defy planting. Medal is used first, lowering them down! And spraying them down! Smoggy destroys the hopes and dreams of PaperX. Knocks them out of groups.